All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. It is now Sunday, March 8th. So, last week did I do a live stream last week? I did do a live stream last week. I've been doing so much stuff as far as like gaming, getting other personal stuff together. I lost track. So, we're trying to keep a somewhat of a consistent timeline of what we should be doing, of what we're at. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started of where I am at. I hope y'all are doing great. If you are new, if you just jumped into the stream and you have no idea who I am, welcome. Please give a like, sub, share, comment down below if you want to see some more. I try to do these live streams every so often. I try to do it every week, but if we're like booked, like if my schedule is super busy, we try to find any way that we can fit in. But if there's like immediate, like major hot news, I might just drop a video on that day or the very next day. But if not, I try to compile all the news and I do it for Sunday or maybe Saturday, depending on how everything is. But yeah, let me see as far as what I've been doing. What have I been doing? So Resident Evil 9 came out last week, and I did give my first impressions on that. Y'all can check that out on YouTube. So far, I am loving this game. I'm not saying, and it might be too early, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyway. This game, one of the first major games of the first quarter of this year. I put in almost 8 hours into this game. I can confidently say that this maybe it's looking like it's game of the year-ish. I'm not saying it's gonna win it. I am not saying it's gonna win it because we got a whole bunch more stuff coming out this year. But this game has pretty much checked off everything that I wanted from a new modern Resident Evil game. You get best of both worlds. You get the horror elements, you get the action elements, and the way that they change it up where you're not doing anything, too much of anything is bad. Is not strictly just horror all the way. If your blood pressure can't take it, it'll eventually bring you back down to where you can play Leon and you can go Rambo and just start mowing down these zombies and other monsters. And if you're getting tired of the action sequences or the action parts with Leon, it'll take you back to Grace. It was one scene where I was Grace for a good while, and then it finally turned to Leon's perspective. Just as soon as I got interested, and as soon as I got used to playing Leon, it switched me back with Grace. So I'm like, damn, I'm loving how they are using or utilizing both sides of this game. Now I may my next playthrough with this, it'll be offline, but I'm definitely gonna utilize the other costumes and extra charms, maybe some DLC. We may be having DLC with this game. Now I don't know. I'm still in the story. I'm still in the. I would say maybe close to half of the game. I know I'm not far, but we are at where are we? We are at the part where we just got out of the care center. Like, we escaped that monster. We was Leon for a little bit. We got switched back to Grace. We escaped the monster underground, and then we're outside. And then that's where I'm at right now. But if you have not been checking out these playthrough videos, please do. They are on my second channel. Make sure to go and watch that. I put all of my playthroughs on my second page, and for my main channel, I put it on news, games, announcements, reactions, all that stuff on here on the main channel. So we got some big stuff to get into. Well, one very big major news: Xbox. Now, I did talk about Xbox last week. They recently lost their president and their CEO. So they are going through a whole bunch of new changes, new transitions as far as who's taking whose place. We don't really know what Xbox is going to be doing. Well, we know what console they're going to be doing, but we don't know what this company of Microsoft for Xbox is going to be looking like in the next 4 to 5 years. But with this news, we might have some competition because PlayStation can't be the only one. Switch 2 can't be the only one to be to take on the mantle, the spot. We need to have competition because if we don't have competition, it's gonna get boring. We need to have competition. We need to bring it back, and hopefully with this news, Xbox might have something, and they maybe can redeem themselves. Hopefully, so any exclusives that we had before, that is non-void now. Hopefully in the future time we get some new IPs, we get some new faces. We may get recurring people, but who knows? I don't know. But as far as what I've been doing, let's see. Like I said, Resident Evil, I've been playing that. That's where I'm currently at right now. We are going to get into that as far as sales go. Let me see. I have been playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, I am not streaming this game. It is way too long. I was thinking about streaming it, but that's just going to be a 50, 60, 70 part series on YouTube or on Twitch, and I don't know if I was ready for that. So this is a game that I'm gonna be playing offline. And I was maybe wanting to do like a first impressions of how the game is, but no, this game is definitely an upgrade from the previous Final Fantasy VII. You get to do a lot more, a lot more. You get to control Cloud and the rest of the game with new upgrades. The team dynamics, you can upgrade that too. The special powers you can do. The story that's what I came here for. The story. So I'm still in the beginning parts, just like how I am with RE9. But with this game, I can definitely tell side quests, side missions, people sending me to do stuff, that's gonna take a lot of my time. So we are still in the beginning stages. I'm still upgrading Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Barrett. We still going out in the countryside, and we still got it's a lot bigger. This is a lot bigger game than OG, and I got a lot of exploring to do. We got a lot of upgrades to do, a lot of weapons we need, and this game is pretty hard as far as the enemies and fighting them. But yeah, that is what I've been playing right now. We are still on, let me see. We are still on Romeo is a Dead Man. But our main stuff is RE9, Final Fantasy VII. So Final Fantasy VII is going to be a longer project. So that game, that's in the way back. But so far so good. I'm loving it. I'm loving where the story's going. We are trying to figure out what the dynamic between Cloud and Sephiroth is. So still in the beginning, but this game is going to be very big. It's going to be a lot of exploration. this is one of them games where you definitely got to take your time in, and you got to put some hours aside. When it's a rainy day outside, when you off work, just sit back and you play this. So I've been putting this game on the back burner ever since, and yeah, we'll finish it. We'll finish it eventually, but I'm not rushing this game. Is a low priority for me to beat. I am not streaming it. I'm not recording anything. I'm only gonna be recording or streaming the big games that I want to. That's in the right amount of time. It's that sweet spot between 12, close to 20 hours, maybe 25. But if we talking about like longer than 40-hour game, that's possibly streaming. Or if we're talking about a long RPG, I might consider streaming it, but that I might play that offline. So I don't know. Other plans. Now I've been thinking about this as far as how I want to get more exposure, get more reach out there. So we are back on Threads. I love Threads. I got rid of Twitter. It's too toxic for me. Threads is the way to go when you want to find your community. And I'm in the gaming community. That's the best feature to reach out and let other people know what you're doing in said communities. But I'm thinking about doing like a whole podcast feature thing. So I've been researching that. I've been trying to get into that stuff. So one of these days, maybe sometime soon, we may be starting up a new podcast. So everything that I say or talk about on here on the main channel, we're gonna do it on the podcast. So I just need to figure out how I'm going to put my time into stuff like that, and do the whole editing and music stuff and Apple Music and Spotify, or Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that stuff. But we'll get there. But that is one of the ideas that I want to eventually do too, because I love the podcasting, and I think that would be pretty dope if y'all would hear me talking just like how I'm doing now for the main channel. I would do it for the podcast. So, and I'll put it on Instagram, clip it, reel it, the usual stuff, how I do my stuff, for my main channel and for my second. But that is just something that I'm thinking about, that I may get into. Who knows? We will see if the time allows it. I know when school starts up, this whole YouTube thing, I would invest a lot of my time if I didn't have a job. So if I got a full-time job, YouTube thing, school's coming up soon, it's a lot of stuff that I have to balance out and take my time into if I want to stream. So if I'm trying to stream, trying to make time to stream on the weekends, because that's really the only time I can do it. Or if I'm recording a game, the weekends is the only time I can do it. If there's big news related stuff, I can maybe squeeze in a video or two during the week, but I try to save up all the content and I put out a stream on Sundays. But we'll see how it goes. We are almost at 250 subs on YouTube. We had 25 on the second channel. We almost had 500 followers on Instagram. So we slowly but surely we building up. We building up. So we're gonna get there. We just gotta be consistent as a whole. So let's get into the news. First thing that I want to talk about. Where's it at? First thing I want to talk about. Xbox. Now, I said earlier we were talking about Xbox on the whole big changes of what that company is going to be going through. We don't know what it's going to be going through, but we did get news a couple days ago that a new Xbox project is going to be in the works. It is confirmed. It is called the Xbox Project Helix. Now, I thought it was going to be like another Xbox One X plus X Extreme 2000, 9000. I don't know. They went weird ever since after the Xbox 360. They tried to turn around with Xbox One, tried to do Xbox One X, Xbox X1. I don't know. So the next project is going to be called Xbox Project Helix. That is going to be the new next gen console. So I'm going to read this. I'll take time to see what my thoughts are. And this is by Polygon. All of the contents or all of the articles, the links are going to be in the description. So what a 5 years has been for Xbox. The Xbox Series console lifespan has seen Microsoft's gaming ambitions shot into the stratosphere by the $67.9 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. At the same time, the Series X and Series S consoles, despite being arguably Xbox's best hardware to date, have sold poorly, falling behind even their unpopular predecessor Xbox One, never mind PS5 and the all-conquering Nintendo Switch. Yeah, you're not beating Nintendo Switch when it comes to sales. And PlayStation 5 has been doing pretty good too. So as a result, Microsoft has abandoned the last vestige of console exclusivity for any of its games, even including Xbox stalwarts like Halo, Forza, and Gears of War. So I said this before. We are now in the age of inclusives. Everything is inclusive. We don't have no more exclusive games. We still do. There are still one-offs, but when it comes to Xbox, Halo's on PS5, Gears of War is on PS5, Forza is on PS5. Like, everything is getting transitioned into everybody has everything now. Exclusivity to Game Pass on day one took the place the consoles had once occupied, but that service seems to have hit its ceiling. Long before it can pay for it itself, Microsoft has finally solved the drought of first-party games that plagued during the Xbox One era and the first years of the Xbox Series. But ironically, it has nowhere useful to put all those games other than on PC and PS5. All that being the case, predictions of the death of Xbox consoles are not hard to come by, but Microsoft has already announced the next gen of Xbox console. So what is this going to be looking like? What is this going to do from what the Xbox Series X and S is going to do? What's the new feature going to be? I know PlayStation already announced that they were doing a PS6, but we don't really know when that's supposed to be coming out. Now, we may be getting rumors of what it may look like, more details soon to come in 2027. But honestly, in my opinion, I think they need to cook a little bit more PS5, but we'll see. So Microsoft has formally announced its next-gen Xbox console and given it a name, or at least a code name, Project Helix. Microsoft's gaming new CEO Asha Sharma confirmed that the new console will play Xbox and PC games. Something that had been widely reported and strongly hinted by Microsoft itself, but not stated outright. Sharma also said Project Helix will lead in performance, which is consistent with Microsoft's earlier characterization of the next Xbox as a very premium, very high-end device, as well as reports that it will outperform the next PlayStation, albeit at a higher price. That's what I'm afraid of. Now, it's dope. This is the eye catcher. This is the thing right here. What I highlighted. Xbox, the next console is gonna be able to play Xbox and PC games. Now, I don't know how that's gonna really look, but all the Epic games, all the games on Steam, we are able to play that on the next gen Xbox game. Now, I don't know what that's gonna look like for PC going in. This is gonna be a high performance console. So what is going to be the difference between you getting a PC and you getting this new Helix console. That's going to be the deciding factor. But what I'm afraid of is this price range. Now, Sharma said it's going to be better than the PS6. It's going to be very premium, very high-end device, and it will outperform the next PlayStation, albeit at a higher price. Now, is this going to be affordable to where families are able to get this? That is the question. Now, if y'all are saying that this is going to be better than the PS6 with a whole new technology and the build is just going to be crazier, it's going to be better, just as it's going to be equivalent to a PC. If y'all are playing Xbox and PC games, it's probably going to be at the level of a PC. It's a high-end device. So is this thing going to be costing maybe $1,000, $1,500? I don't know. Realistically, I think it's going to be around that price range. With everything that's going up in price, RAM, GPU, like RAM is crazy right now. If y'all have not, and I said this maybe in December, that was probably the last best chance to get like a brand new built from scratch PC. Granted, you can still get it, but that RAM is going to be ridiculous in price, and GPU is going to be getting higher and higher and more expensive. So these parts are going to be expensive. So realistically, I feel like this Microsoft Xbox Helix console is going to be around $1,000, between $1,000 and $1,500. Maybe. So although there was scant new information in the announcement about formalizing the codename, Sharma is moving quickly to reassure fans that underline Microsoft's commitment to new Xbox hardware. She said she would discuss the console with partners at the Game Developers Conference, where there will also be a presentation titled "Building for the Future with Xbox." So I'm curious as to see what they're going to be talking about with that. What is Project Helix's release date? So according to a comment from the CEO of chip supplier AMD, as well as the most recent report from Windows, Project Helix is tentatively scheduled for a late 2020 release date. Now, PlayStation was also talking about a 2027 supposed release date. This is consistent with an industry standard 7-year lifespan for the Xbox Series consoles. So that checks, which launched in late 2020. It also consistent with Sony's planned release date for PlayStation 6. Yep, that's exactly what I just said. Or at least it was. Sony's reportedly pushing PS6's debut back to 2028, or even 29, due to the RAM crisis, which is causing chip shortages and price spikes for all kinds of computing hardware, as the world's supply of computer memory is snapped up by tech giants building out AI data centers. So everything with hardware, as far as RAM, like it's anything that has RAM in it is going up in price. And I'm not just talking about consoles. That can be with like phones. Phones are going to be way more expensive now with this AI data centers and these chip shortages. Supply and demand, I guess. There's been no word yet on whether the next Xbox could see a similar detail. It seems likely Microsoft isn't immune to the same market forces. On the other hand, the current Xbox isn't selling, so Microsoft has less to lose and more to gain from an early launch than Sony. Xbox is like, look, we ain't got nothing else going on for us. We might as well just release this now and hope for the best. So I want y'all to do good. I want Xbox to be where they was several years ago, and be in competition with the big what was it, the big three, I guess. I don't even know if you want to call it the big three anymore. One reason Xbox 360 remains the most successful with Xbox is that it stole a 1-year lead on the delayed PS3. So that could possibly work in their favor. Maybe. So what will Project Helix's price be? It's too early to safely predict pricing for the next generation Xbox console, especially considering the current turmoil in the electronics market. Valve says it's currently unable to set a price for Steam Machine, which is supposed to launch this year. That was another thing that I forgot. Valve is dropping their Steam Machine. So you got the PS6, you got the Project Helix, and you got the Steam Machine, and you got the Switch 2. So you got 4 competitors. What is this Helix going to be that's different from the Steam Machine? What is it going to be different from the PC that I'm running right now? We should expect Project Helix to be pricier than previous generations. However, then get cheaper over time. The Xbox Series console has seen multiple price increases. Oh, that was another thing I forgot about. Xbox has increased prices, with the Xbox Series currently retailing for $650. That's ridiculous. Now let me go to PS5 sales. So if I wanted to get a PS5 right now, I could get one for $500 for the digital. I could get one for $549 for the standard Slim with a disc, and $749 for the PS5 Pro. That still beats out this $650 if I wanted an Xbox Series X. That's ridiculous. Now, it seems highly unlikely that a more powerful successor could launch below this price point. They're not going to get lower than that. It's going to get higher. It gets worse. Former Xbox executive Sarah Bond said the next Xbox will be a very premium, very high-end device, which is clear code for very expensive. Reports indicate that it will be a Windows-based device akin to a powerful gaming PC. Like I said, Microsoft recently put a $1,000 price tag on the Asus ROG Xbox Ally. So if you got an Xbox, that handheld that came out like not too long ago, if you got the ROG, that Xbox handheld, that was $1,000. What do you think this Helix is gonna be? Like I said before, this console is going to probably be close to $1,500. It's gonna be in the 1,000, close to $1,500 range. Now, I don't know if a lot of, now I know for a fact a lot of people can't get that. A lot of people cannot afford something like that, and with these chip shortages, with this RAM crisis going on, everything is getting more expensive. People are just going to be sticking with what they got. So if y'all are even interested in getting this Project Helix, save up that money, because this is going to be as much as a not high end PC, because PCs can get pretty expensive depending on the build, but a pretty decent PC that can work current gen games, that plays really well. It's going to be the equivalent to something like that. But then again, you got Steam Machine. What is the price for that going to be looking like? Because of all this, if you can do the same thing on the Steam Machine, and it's going to be lower in price, people are going to lean towards that instead of getting this close to supposed maybe $1,500 console. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. So will Project Helix be a PC? Yes, pretty much. Microsoft has confirmed that Project Helix will play your Xbox and PC games. Reporting from multiple sources as well as public comments made by Bond strongly suggest that the next Xbox is a Windows-based device. Windows Central Quarterly reports that the Xbox Ally's handheld is essentially an early version of what the new Xbox is going to be like. Ally's Xbox full screen experience gives Windows a console-like interface that will work with controllers and TV displays. Ooh, alright, so this is another good question. Yes. Will Project Helix be a backward compatible console? Yes. This is good. Microsoft has already committed to this, despite this machine's similarity to a PC. Currently, Windows gaming devices like the Xbox Ally don't play Xbox console games, but announcing Microsoft's partnership with AMD on the new machine bond valid compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. Now, it's not clear how Microsoft's engineers will achieve this, but it's a must for the new console. From Xbox One onward, Xbox has spearheaded a backward compatibility drive that forced the hand of Sony and Nintendo, and set in stone players' expectations that they can carry their game libraries forward. There's no going back now. What games will Project Helix have? So it's too early to name next-gen titles, particularly with the possibility that the console will be delayed past 2027. So, in terms of Microsoft published titles that are likely to launch on Xbox or Project Helix, Elder Scrolls 6, okay, a full-blown new Halo game. Halo's not going anywhere. Following this year's Halo Campaign Evolve remake, will make a good partner for a new console. And among third-party games, Larian's new Divinity seems a likely bet for next gen, and perhaps The Witcher 4 will end up next gen or cross gen. Okay, or the new Hideo Kojima game, that might be a next gen. Well, it is. Yeah, it is. So this, it gets into like what are Project Helix's tech specs, how powerful will it be? So nothing has been announced about the new Xbox technical makeup yet. Just like PS6, Project Helix is reportedly based on AMD's forthcoming Zen 6 processor and RDNA 5 graphics unit. That sound expensive. And just like PS6, the largest performance is 4K resolution at 120 frames per second, which is not to say that all games will hit this target. Far from it. Okay. Well, now we know. Now we know. We do know. It is confirmed. Let me tie it all the way back around. Xbox, it is confirmed that they are making a new console. Now, as far as the timeline goes, when this is going to be dropping, we don't know. Maybe 2027. It might get delayed to early 2028. We don't know. But it may have a head start compared to the PS6. Because PS6, it might come out 2027. Not 2027. It might come out 2028. May come out 2029. But as far as games that are currently being put out now, they're good where they're at right now for the PS5. So that's one thing Xbox could play right. We do know that this is going to be probably their most expensive console yet. It's definitely going to be in the $1,000 price range, more most likely. So definitely save up if you are even thinking about getting something like this. Competitors, this is gonna rival a fairly good, decent PC build. It may rival the Valve's Steam machine. So we don't really know, but that's all we got as of now. So they are supposed to be having some type of Xbox conference. The new president or the new CEO is going to be giving more details on what this Project Helix is going to be doing. Now, this is just a code name. We don't really know what the next new Xbox console name is going to be. This is kind of just like a placeholder. But who knows? They might just keep it. Who knows? let's hop on this Project Helix. All right, sounds like a plan. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Are y'all even interested in Xbox anymore? Have y'all given up on Microsoft as far as the gaming side goes? Is Xbox over? Do y'all think it still has a chance to stay in competition with like Nintendo or PlayStation? We got some new players in the field. We got Valve, Steam Machine coming into play soon. And PC, of course, PC is never gonna go away. That's gonna rival, supposedly gonna rival that. So y'all let me know what y'all think on that. So let's get to the next topic. Okay, Ubisoft, and I actually did. It's funny. I actually did. I was talking about Ubisoft last week, and they are supposed to be making like several new Assassin's Creed games. I know there's a Far Cry game supposed to be coming out. But they had a whole bunch of projects that they was supposed to be working on, but they just scrapped it and said we're not doing that no more. We could have got a Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake. That game would, I feel like that game would have sold very well, but they decided not to go through with it. And Ubisoft, just like Xbox right now, is kind of up in the air. We don't know what's about to happen. Maybe, probably, what I'm guessing, in the next 3-4 years, maybe sooner, Ubisoft might get bought out. Somebody's gonna take over. But this is good news for me personally, because I'm a fan of this game specifically, Assassin's Creed 4. So they confirmed that they are remaking Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now, this Assassin's Creed is between 2 and 4. 4 is up there. It's probably it's always a toss up, but 4 it's like 1A 1B. But this is probably my favorite Assassin's Creed game. Black Flag, and this was the time, and I think this game got released in 2013. So this, let me see. Actually, let me see what came out in 2013. Games released in 2013. Okay, so we got The Last of Us, we got GTA 5, we got Tomb Raider, we got BioShock Infinite, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Battlefield 4, Crisis 3, Metro Last Light, Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, Pokemon X and Y, Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, New Leaf, Outlast. Yeah. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Yeah, 2013 was a year. That was a year I'll never forget. But yeah, this was the game that had that pirate aesthetic. He was Edward Kenway, one of my top AC characters. I loved this character, and the environment, the Caribbean islands that you would have to travel in, the boat side quests that you would have to, or the boat mini games, the pirate crew singing shanties and stuff like that. But yeah, this was my favorite one. So it's good that they are picking this one. If they were to do a remake of something, 2 would be fire too. Let me just say that. But they did choose the right one as far as making a remake. And it's dropping the 4 for some reason. Okay, so here's a article for PC Gamer. Ubisoft finally confirms Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake is real and is dropping the 4 for some reason. Now, why is that? Keep your spyglass on the horizon. Is there going to be some type of continuation of this time period? I don't know. So the long rumored, many times leaked Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake is official. Now, we've definitely gotten rumors of what remake is Assassin's Creed gonna do. Are they gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, the other ones? But it is confirmed. I think they put it on their Instagram that Black Flag is officially confirmed to make a remake. Ubisoft dropped the confirmation in an email to press laying out the future of the Assassin's Creed series, sandwiched between sparse details about a future co-op AC game and the upcoming Netflix show. The speculation around Assassin's Creed is not new, but it's worth repeating. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted, the announcement reads. Well, except in this case, some whispers have a little more wind in their sails. Keep your spyglass on the horizon. Attached is a piece of art from the remake, officially dubbed Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. A triple namer, or a pirate assassin Edward Kenway standing on the mast of his jackdaw. Bet. Okay. Bet. Yep, this is what I need. Now, hopefully will come out for PC. And if it does, I will be playing this at the highest of highest quality. This game may be streamed. Because I forgot a little bits and pieces. I haven't played this game since 2013. And I think they put it on the PS4 too. And now they're doing a remake. So super dope that they are doing this game specifically, but we don't know what, when that says it's dropping the 4 for some reason, what does that entail? Like I said, are they going to be dropping we know that they're going to be dropping several new Assassin's Creed games, but is one of them going to be in this specific timeline for some reason? Is there more to Edward Kenway's story? We know family generations down the line. We know he has son, grandson. Grandson is in 3. But yeah, we don't know. We don't know what the next is, what's to come for the AC series franchise. And they said they're making a new Netflix show, a future co-op AC game. But yeah, Assassin's Creed is one of them series. That's Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. Now, Watch Dogs used to be up there as far as we not letting this go. I think Watch Dogs came out with 3 games. I think they're done with that. But Assassin's Creed, Far Cry ain't going nowhere. And we're getting a Far Cry 7 sometime soon. Maybe next year. I think it's going to be next year. We'll see. We will see. But y'all let me know what y'all's favorite Assassin's Creed game is. A lot of people say 2. Me personally, it's a toss-up between 2 and 4. So, and then they kind of changed the game with the RPG elements, adding in Origins, Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Shadows. I personally like Shadows. I thought it was a good game. It was a good game. It wasn't bad. It wasn't all that great, but it was good for what it was. They tried to bring it back with the stealth elements, but they still had that RPG element with Yasuke, and yeah, but God, I can't believe I beat that game. I put in like 70 something hours. But yeah, that is the news for Black Flag. It is officially confirmed, and I will be getting this. So y'all let me know what y'all's favorite AC game is in the comments. So, last but not least, Capcom. Capcom, as I've said before, they have been killing the game Street Fighter still making content. We got Pragmata coming out. Resident Evil Requiem just came out last week. They're doing pretty good. So we have now gotten the number of units sold. It's been what, a full week. The numbers are in. So Resident Evil surpasses 5 million units sold worldwide. So Capcom today announced that worldwide, or when it's today, this is March 4, 2026. So today, Capcom announced today that worldwide sales of Resident Evil Requiem, released on February 27, 2026, surpassed 5 million. Excuse me, 5 million units. So Resident Evil Requiem is the latest installment in the Resident Evil series, which celebrates its 30th anniversary this month. Damn, it's been 30 years. Crazy. The title successfully elevated the essence of survival horror by heightening the interplay between intense fear and exhilarating action. Resident Evil Requiem was developed using RE9, Capcom's proprietary, how do you say that? Proprietary game engine. I can't read. Which allowed the company to deliver visuals in photorealistic detail. And you can definitely tell. Like, I'm looking at these cutscenes and I'm like, yo, this game looks amazing. Like the motion cap or mocap for these characters, facial expressions of the characters, this visually, this is probably the best looking one. Photorealistic detail, including the character skin, teary eyes, and flowing hair, as well as the translucency of light. In addition, the title offers a new game experience for a broad fan base through multiple difficulty settings that accommodate everyone from newcomers to experienced players, as well as allowing players to switch between first-person and third-person perspectives in real time to suit each player's individual playstyles. So also, prior to its release, the title garnered significant acclaim from fans around the world, including at Gamescom 2025, Europe's largest gaming trade show held in August of last year, where it received 4 awards such as Most Epic, which is presented to the game that delivers the most breathtaking, awe-inspiring experience. Capcom remains firmly committed to satisfying the expectations of all users by leveraging its industry-leading game development capabilities in order to create highly entertainment gameplay experiences. And y'all have done just that. So that is dope for them. Shout out to Capcom. Shout out to Resident Evil franchise or the series. They have been killing it. This game, as I've said in the beginning of the stream, this game is looking game of the year-ish. Very game of the year-ish. I'm not saying it's gonna win it. I'm just saying it's looking like it's about to be up there. So we don't really know what's about to happen right now. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that is pretty much it as far as what I wanted to get into. I'm sure there's some other stuff, but we'll figure out a way to, if there's like big news, I'll drop it within that same day or within the next day. Or if there's like several stuff that I really want to talk about, I'll just save it up for Sunday or Saturday and I'll just stream it. But yeah, the podcast scene is something I may want to be getting into. So just like how I'm doing on here on the main channel, I'm gonna just put everything on the podcast and we'll go from there. So find me on Threads, find me on IG, find me on TikTok. Because we're gonna be still playing Resident Evil. We're gonna be clipping whatever we got, and I don't know what our next like official big game is. We're still playing Romeo is a Dead Man. We'll get done with that game soon. That shouldn't take too long, but we need to figure out what our next game is gonna be. So I know we got a lot of heat coming. I know Crimson Desert is supposed to be coming next. Well, actually this month. So that might be something we might can get into. but that might be a game for streaming. Hey, appreciate it for jumping in. You actually jumped in the last the last at the right when I'm about to wrap up, but appreciate it. But yeah, that is something we might look into. Crimson Desert, I don't know when this game is supposed to be coming out, but I believe it'll be coming out in March, late March. Let's just say late March. So we'll get in where we fit in as far as streaming goes. Oh no, you good. All good. All good. This will be uploaded on well, the stream will be done, but all this stuff will be good to go for tomorrow. And I'll cut it up into separate parts in the videos and stuff like that. So major things that we did talk about though is Xbox. Everybody probably knows or probably heard that the new Project HELIX is supposed to be coming out, and supposedly we might be getting more news of it in like 2027, but I don't see this console being released in like 2028 realistically. So we don't really know what as far as power goes, but we know it's going to be, as what the president said, what the CEO said, it's supposed to be this high-end console that's supposed to rival PC. And that means it's going to be up there in price for sure. So yeah, we don't we don't know how it's going to be looking as far as pricing goes. And Ubisoft recently they put out, it is confirmed that they are remaking Assassin's Creed 4, my personal Assassin's Creed game, favorite Assassin's Creed game. We got sales for the RE game. I may do a video tonight as far as recording for RE9. I'm loving this game. We are a little bit close to halfway, maybe more than halfway done. But it is a roller coaster of a story. Let me just say that. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I will see y'all on the next stream. Be more appreciated for jumping in. And I will have another video for Resident Evil coming out soon on the second channel. Be sure to follow that. Second channel, main channel, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads for sure. Possibly podcast, maybe, I don't know. We time. We just gotta be, I don't want to burn myself out, but trying to get that reached, you know. I will see y'all on the next stream. Deuces.